Georgia, the Flats, Bobby Dodd Stadium, home of the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets and the Ramblin' Wreck, hoping to rev up that engine. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and we've got a team that makes it into the top 25. Now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. As we'll see the number 23 team in the country, the NC State Wolfpack, taking on a fellow ACC opponent, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Yellow Jackets will boot it away to start the game. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Wolfpack offense comes out to get things started in this one. Here he comes, and any time this guy touches the ball, and he will touch it plenty, a bolt of electricity just goes through the stadium, David.
And they'll feature him. They'll give him the ball, like you said, a lot, early, often, and he's a guy that can make game-breaking plays. The offense is built around his ability to run the football, Jesse, make big plays for this offense.
Yeah, he really shoulders the load, right, in more ways than one. The offense goes as this guy goes, so it's going to be important in this one. They get him going early and often.
Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
They'll need 3 yards here on 3rd down to keep this opening drive alive. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first downs.
And how about setting the tone right there? Like, you're going to cover this guy coming across the field, get it to him early on the first drive, let him know this playmaker is going to be touching the ball early and often, and he picks up the big game.
He'll come out throwing on 1st down. He's got his man. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play.
They pick up the 1st down on the drag route. Good job by the receiver knowing it was man coverage. If he's looking, he's booking. He gave his quarterback the eyes right away that says, hey, I'm not stopping, put it out in front of me, I'm getting this 1st down.
Grabbed in the backfield, it's Bush. The quick feet, the acceleration, the vision, and he works his way to the 44.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
Looks like the Wolfpack will pick up the 1st down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the 1st down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the 1st down mark.
Quick completion to the right.
You know, oftentimes these slot receivers, they're not the biggest guys in the world, but they're really good at finding the open spaces in the middle of the field. And you saw that guy attack the defense in the perfect spot, making life easy for his QB.
Running backs on either side of the quarterback. Trying play action. Buys a little extra time. It's complete. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the 1st.
On the ground, it's Bush. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Back to the ground with the running back. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the first down.
First and goal now as NC State tries to find a way to score. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
They'll go to the fullback. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Wolfpack!
And how about the job by this offense? This is not a scrub defense. This is a top 10 defense in college football. You got to take points whenever you can get them. Nice job putting a drive together, putting 6 on the board. No matter how it looks, you just got to keep fighting with this squad.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Yellow Jackets offense will take the field for the first time. This is just a great matchup to watch on the outside and who can win downfield in the passing game.
Man, this reminds me of 1997, Charles Woodson versus David Boston. 2 physical athletes that are going to be going toe-to-toe all game long.
Yeah, 2 alphas, 2 guys that play the positions where you have to have such confidence, cornerback, wide receiver. Let's see this throwdown.
Looking to go up top on first down. Buys a little time with his feet. Crosses the 30, he's got away. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
The Yellow Jackets are in the hurry-up. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. On the run, it's Garner. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. And that defensive penetration gave him no chance, and he is ridden out of bounds.
3rd down coming up.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They make the stop, and that'll bring the first quarter to a close. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. We've reached the end of the quarter, and NC State has the edge. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. First down to start the drive after the break. Hand off from the shotgun. At the 35, he's got room. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Hand off to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work.
And the Yellow Jackets getting set on 1st and 10. Defensive coordinator showing heat before the snap. He's going to pass. And it's picked off at the goal line. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Nice play by the DB. Most people say offenses have the advantage, right? They know where they're going. They have the footing underneath them. Defensive guys, you still got to guess. You might be a little bit more cautious. No, sir, this defensive back does a great job breaking on the football, going up and making the INT.
Takes the handoff. It's Bush. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on a defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
After that last completion, it's 2nd down. The run to the left. And he's got enough for the 1st down. It'll be at the 35. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. He's got his man. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. And this junior loves to show off that big arm. Would they go for a big play on 1st and 10?
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find.
Going up top. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
Second and 10 here. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half.
Timeout, NC State. Paging George D. Burdell. Paging George D. Burdell.
Here they come on 2nd and 10 from the 47 after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. Makes the catch. It's Bush. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. A defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. They'll try to bully their way for the 1st. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the 1st down.
And obviously, this is one of the best offenses in the country, and it's because they get 1st downs. Top 10 in the nation picking up 1st downs. How nice is it to know you can turn around, hand it off to that guy right there, and let him go to work.
He wants to throw. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. The longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
The incompletion brings us to 2nd and 10. play action. Feeling some heat. They get to him as he throws. Oh, goes right through his hands, and he will think about that one for a while. It'll be third down.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Trying to get to him. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative.
Oh, look out! That defense got gassed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
And I tell you what, we can focus on the left side of the line of scrimmage because that's where the play starts. But you don't get big gains when you run out wide unless wide receivers, yes, wide receivers, commit to blocking, staying on their guys. Really good job on the outside by giving the running back space to make the big play.
To the air on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, it's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
The offense needed something, just anything, to give them just a little breathing room, and the defense provided it with that penalty. The defense made that job a little easier after the encroachment. It's 1st and 5. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Takes a snap, wants to throw. He looks that one in nicely. Across the 25 to the 24-yard line before he stopped. Pick up a 5 and a first down. The Yellow Jackets come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty.
Encroachment, defense.
So the early contact for the defense, and they'll move it up 5 yards. And the offense says thank you very much for the free 5 yards. 1st and 5. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out in front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
Running back searching for a hole. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And these linebackers are flying around, and they like to bring the boom. What a great job playing physical, setting the tone, and letting them know, don't come over the middle of my field.
Line is set on 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. Defense might bring the house here. From the gun, wants to pass. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
I'll tell you what, after that big gainer on 3rd down, you might think about your quarterback running it again down here. It's hard to throw down close inside the 10-yard line. You've got to have some designed QB runs or give him a run pass up.
Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. And he made that extra point. The wet turf, no problem at all. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Coastal Carolina has the lead right now, but they haven't been able to separate themselves just yet there on the surf turf in Conway. They're up by 4 over Marshall. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know that.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Quick completion on the out. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to that outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback get going the other direction.
Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to him. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. They'll try to power their way ahead. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
That is how it's done on 3rd down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the first downs.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. He's looking to throw it. He'll take a deep shot here. And he's got it inside the 15-yard line. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, NC State!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish with a huge play in the passing game, covering 66 yards to the end zone. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Going up top on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Prince. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Moving into scoring territory at the 36 on 1st down. He's going to pass. It's caught downfield. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
One of the reasons this offense defense is so exciting to watch. They've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
North Carolina State has it back on the offense, heading to the field. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fellow on the sidelines, being like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
Now we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He wants to throw here on second down. With the catch, it's Bush. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
NC State.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Quarterback will audible. They'll throw it on first down. Scrambling away. He's going to run it. Turns it on at midfield. A little excitement there to wrap up the first half, and that'll pad the stats as we go to the break. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A really raucous environment there in Atlanta.
NC State will kick off to start things here in the second half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. He's looking downfield to throw. Time to take a shot. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play. And I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
Motion from the offense. Quick pass on the fly motion. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes.
Touchdown, Georgia Tech! They take the lead with the 6.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run.
14.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. With jet sweep pass. Running toward the tape. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
I love this type of play because it looks like a jet sweep. The defense, they're a bit confused pre-snap. They don't know who has the ball, and all of a sudden, that guy with his speed is in the second level of the defense before the defense even knows what happened.
That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Tried to pound it on 1st down, now back to the line. Wide receiver now comes in motion. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Fires to the tight end. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a 1st down on the play.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up in different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And after having a nice game like that on 1st down, the offensive coordinator here maybe thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on 2nd down, on 3rd, you won't have that long to go.
He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the 1st down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
NC State will line up with a 1st and goal. Quarterback keeper. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. Wide out in motion. Little touch pass to the receiver. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther.
Really nice job by the quarterback. Hey, a lot of quarterbacks want to cover. They want to drop back. They're not really about that life. They don't want to be the tackling kind of guy. They're like, yeah, leave that to the linebackers. That dude committed, came up, made a nice tackle.
Trying to push their way into the end zone on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Wolfpack. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Number 20.
And I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Coastal Carolina has opened up a can right now, and based on what we've seen, I'm not sure anything is going to change. They're up by 19 over Marshall. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll start this drive with a pass. Got his man downfield. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
At the 40, there he goes. Open runway ahead. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear, with his speed, he was gone.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. North Carolina State has it back on the offense, headed to the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollack.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. He's looking to throw. Got a man, it's Bush. Still running at the 40. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The first down sack pushes the ball back for this long 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
The offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Quarterback checking off. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And no shot at a return here as the punt goes out of bounds. Guys, we've reached the end of the quarter, and Georgia Tech has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And the defense coming with bad intentions. They knock him down for a loss.
Well, give the defense credit on that one, because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
D looks as if they're about to bring the heat. Unloads to the wideout. He makes a catch. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. In that loss last week, he just never got comfortable. Threw 3 picks, but much better today.
Much better taking care of the football. Listen.
And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on first down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on second down. Fires to the big fella. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. Caught over the middle. It's Prince. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
NC State sending the offense back onto the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best...
Pass on the way. It's picked off. Trying to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
All right, offense has got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play giving up the sack.
They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. He's looking to throw. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
And this offense has had a great day, and they've put some big plays together. But the last 2 plays, man, getting a little complacent. They got to protect their quarterback. That's back-to-back sacks. The offensive line has to do a better job.
3rd play of the drive, and they need to make something happen here on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Coming after him. Trying to get rid of it.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
He's got it. Showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
On 2nd and 10, a 4 wide out set, trips right.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
He's looking to throw. What a snag by the defense. And they didn't give him much on the return, but they are in prime scoring position at the 22.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And last week was great for this young man. But, man, again, showing you he can do it at a high level. Just working the whole field, using different guys. He is absolutely on fire right now.
Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
A loss of 5 yards on the play. Brings up third down.
Third and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here, just don't take a negative play. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he couldn't find quite enough running room to reach the line to gain. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And this kicker is turning into old reliable. He's already knocked through a couple today. Smashes it between the uprights. And now the lead is even bigger. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Coastal Carolina has opened up a can right now, and based on what we've seen on the surf turf, I'm not sure anything is going to change. They're up by 26 over Marshall. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. Now on second and short. He's looking to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Bush. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Looking to move it through the air. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to the air one more time. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third down, he drops to throw. Trying to beat the D deep. And it's picked off for the third time today. Smashes through the tackle. The interception stopped the threat. And even better as he crosses midfield and gets it to the 49.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on second and 14. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
Yeah, and he's shown you a little bit of everything today. He shows you why he's a really good back, and the line's paved some holes, and he's right at 99 yards. And the way this game's going with the lead, he's going to get a few more touches, break that century mark, and when you do, you have a great chance of winning football games.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the 4th quarter.
Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well.
Gonna take a shot. It's complete. A huge pickup. Running wide open down the gut of the field. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, North Carolina State. That was just as simple as playing catch in warm-ups.
And this offense felt like they could take advantage of this defense down the field throwing the football. They've got a lot of speed on the perimeter, and I feel like they've got some matchups they feel they should be winning one-on-one. You saw a great example of it right there.
Slams ahead. He's into the end zone, and we've got a one-possession game in the 4th quarter. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. They still need a touchdown and 2-point conversion to tie, and they'll go for the onside kick here in the 4th. They're on it, and they get it back for another drive.
And this is why you keep fighting. You just got your score on offense. Now you needed a miracle to come through with the onside kick so you can get one more possession to maybe go win this football game. Nice execution. And guess what? There's still time left on the clock.
1st down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Got his man quickly. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence that this offense is going to make a play. On 2nd down, looking to throw. Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Makes the grab. It's Kane. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
What a great individual effort here in this 2-minute situation. He makes the catch in the middle of the field. He knows he's got to find a way to stop the clock. The only way to do that is to get out of bounds. He uses his speed and his vision, and he's able to elude the defense to save some time.
Wolfpack will have 1st and 10. The aerial assault continues. A shot toward the end zone. And that one was way too far for anybody to catch, except the ticket holder.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. You're in the 4th quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football. And they're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best. And that time, they were able to force an incompletion.
On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. He'll take another shot here. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
3rd and long, defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they're going to try to get to him with pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz here. You better get rid of this one quick.
Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. The snap sets up the throw. That's caught. It's Bush. Got enough space. Touchdown, Wolfpack! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And you got half your work done now. Great execution, getting the score, but now we got to go for 2. Under 2 minutes left in the game. We don't know if we're going to get the football back. We get our 2-point play ready, and we roll with it.
They'll try to get the 2, knot this thing up, and maybe push us into overtime. Wide receiver shows motion. He gets it into the end zone. The 2-point try is good, and we are all tied up late. We've got a dandy going here, all tied up in the 4th quarter and about to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs, get some positive momentum.
Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. The corners are walked up tight. Wants to throw on 1st down. Quickly complete. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Gets it out fast. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down. Comes out throwing on 1st down. And this will be picked off. A costly turnover in a tie game. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his 1st interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. The offense really couldn't ask for much more than this, Jesse.
You're right. With this much time on the clock, David, the playbook's wide open. You don't have to just be throwing it every down. You can sprinkle in some runs, too.
And you find out what your quarterback's about. Big-time, prime-time moments. You got the ball, tie game. You want to go win, make some plays for the big guy.
Coach is always hard about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
The big pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 1. He's looking to throw. The quick out. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the 1st down. Throw him to the spot, and that's exactly what he did to pick up the 1st down.
And that's so many hours of doing this together. You know exactly when he's going to break on that out route. You know what kind of speed he has because you've thrown it so many times. Nice rhythm and timing, and you could tell that was experience between receiver and quarterback.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. Pocket starts to collapse. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. With the catch, it's Bush. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Well, guys, let's play some more. Headed to overtime.
And this just feels right. Both of these teams going back and forth. So, of course, David, this thing needs to get decided in OT.
Let's see who's better. Short amount of time to do it. A couple possessions probably. Maybe one possession each. Who's the better team?
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, just to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer, like you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the third overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
NC State at the line with a 1st and 10. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get them out of it.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, NC State! And they score first here in overtime.
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again, and with that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
Straight ahead. They got it. The aggressive play call pays off, and they're up by 8.
Successful. And makes the school. NC State 45. Georgia Tech 37.
They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown.
325.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! They got the score, and now they need the 2-point conversion to tie.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not 1, not 2, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
After the touchdown, if they could get this 2, we'll have a tie ball game. From the gun, he'll try to throw. They're bringing heat. Could not get there. The 2-point try is stopped, and they'll lose by 2 in overtime. What a thriller. What a confidence builder to be able to come up with a win like that in overtime.
This team has to love their ability to come up with big plays in big moments. How about in overtime, the individual efforts we saw, this team playing as a unit, doing enough and doing everything that was needed to get the W.
It's such an exciting game, up and down, back and forth. It's heartbreaking if you lose, but when you come through with these games late in the ball game, it gives you confidence throughout the season to continue to build on it. What a great win.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.